The 2015 FIBA Asia Championship for men was the 28th Continental Basketball Championship in Asia. The tournament was organized by FIBA Asia. At the FIBA Asia Congress held in Doha, Qatar, the Central Board awarded the hosting rights to China. On the 4th of December 2014, the Chinese Basketball Association acquired approval from FIBA Asia to hold the men's championship at Changsha, Hunan, with the women's championship to be held at Wuhan, Hubei. As the winner of the tournament, China qualified for the basketball tournament on the 2016 Summer Olympics, while the Philippines, Iran, and Japan will participate at the 2016 FIBA World Olympic qualifying tournament for men, as stated by FIBA and the IOC in qualification quota. The 2015 edition was the last FIBA Asia Championship, as starting in 2017, it will be rebranded as the FIBA Asia Cup and will now feature teams from FIBA Oceania qualification. According to the FIBA Asia rules, the host nation China and 2014 FIBA Asia Cup champions Iran automatically qualified. East Asia, West Asia, Southeast Asia, and the Persian Gulf each had 2 berths, while Central Asia and South Asia each had 1 slot allotted. The other 4 places are allocated to the zones according to performance in the 2014 FIBA Asia Cup. Therefore, with Chinese Taipei, Philippines, Jordan, and Japan finishing in the top 4 in the tournament other than Iran and China, which were both direct qualifiers. East Asia gained another 2 berths, while the Southeast Asia and West Asia gained an additional slot each. Venues. Changsha has been chosen by the Chinese Basketball Association as the host of the men's championship. Changsha Social Work College's gymnasium was chosen as the primary stadium, while Central South University of Forestry and Technology's gymnasium was the auxiliary stadium. Draw. The draw was held at Changsha on the 27th of June 2015. 2 teams that were unknown at the date of the draw, the South Asia qualifier and the last remaining team from East Asia, were known a short time after. The top 4 teams from 2013 were seeded. All other teams except the host team were drawn. By the time that there were 3 teams in each group, China chose the group, then the remaining 3 unseeded teams are drawn. Included are the teams' FIBA World Rankings on the day the draw was made. Asterisk later determined as India and Hong Kong, respectively. Squads. Each team has a roster of 12 players. A team may opt to allocate a roster spot to a naturalized player. Tournament format. Preliminary round. The 16 teams were grouped into 4 groups of 4. Each team played all of the teams from its group once. The top 3 teams with the best record advanced to the second round. Second round. The qualified teams from Groups A and B formed Group E, while those from Groups C and D formed Group F. The results against the teams that had also qualified were carried over. The teams played the teams from the group they had not faced before. The top 4 teams from each group proceeded to the final round. Classification round. Teams eliminated in the preliminary round will figure in a single elimination tournament with consolation games to play for 13th place. Teams eliminated in the second round will figure in a single elimination tournament with consolation games to play for 9th place. Final round. The remaining teams shall figure in a single elimination tournament with consolation games. The champion will qualify to the 2016 Summer Olympics. The runner-up, 3rd and 4th place will qualify to the final Olympic qualifying tournament. Preliminary round. All times are local. Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. Second round. Group E. Group F classification round. Classification 13th, 16th, 13th, 16th place semi-finals, 15th place game, 13th place game. Classification 9th, 12th, 9th, 12th place semi-finals, 11th place game, 9th place game. Final round. Bracket quarterfinals 5th, 8th place semi-finals, semi-finals 7th place game, 5th place game, 3rd place game. Final rankings. Awards. Most Valuable Player Yi Jialian. All-Star Team PG, Jason William SG, Guo Island SF, Samad Nikar Bar Army PF, Yi Jialian. C. Zhou Qi. Statistical Leaders. Player Tournament Averages, Team Tournament Averages, Tournament Game Highs. Controversies. Finals Pre-game. A few hours before the championship match, Samahang Basketball and Pilipinas President Manuel V. Pangilinan accused the host country of pulling off shenanigans. He ranted on his Twitter account that electric bus that was to bring the Philippine squad to the game venue was delayed because it failed to charge, which will give them less time to warm up. He also claimed that not a single ticket was allocated to the SBP by the local organizing committee, which left members of the Philippine squad coaching staff as well as the group of SBP officials without tickets hours prior to the game. SBP officials claimed it is standard practice for local organizers to allocate tickets for teams playing in the championship. He also cited that the Chinese players stayed at a different hotel from the players from the other nations, which violates the FIBA rules. It was also reported that when the Philippine squad finally arrived at the arena, the goals net where they were shooting was suddenly removed for repair, which gave them even less time to warm up after the delay from the electric bus incident. Officiating. The officiating of the referees were also held in question by various teams playing against China, especially the games with Iran and the Philippines. Behavioral issues. There was wide criticism of the rude behavior of the Chinese fans towards visiting teams, in which fans were shouting threats, doing the dirty finger and throwing bottles and paper at the opposing team bench. There were incidents in which foreign fans in the venue were heckled and insulted by Chinese fans while the Chinese police just stood by. One particular moment is when Calvin Abueva irritated Chinese supporters after he accidentally bumped Guo Island with his shoulder while returning to the bench following his fifth and final personal foul. It was also reported that a Filipino cameraman got involved, too, in a verbal exchange started by a Chinese cameraman. Filipino veteran sports writer Quinito Henson added that a Chinese photographer had to be restrained from scuffling with a Filipino lensman for shielding Abueva from crowd abuse. Referees. The following referees were selected for the tournament.